Yo, what's up everybody, Yugi514, and I'm here with a, very, very fast to do here. Arcana Force Fun. Me and MistvalleyMaster, I had to change my username. I freaking did, because the pros like, no, even though you validated your account before the 14th, you still don't have your account, you gotta make another one. It's like, go fuck yourselves, you little pieces of shit. It's annoying as fuck, so, if you name me, Yugi514, I was trying to find any way I can keep my, and this is my YouTube name, and even someone took Einstein knew. I was kind of shocked that that name was taken. Anyway, but me and MistvalleyMaster decided to build Arcana Force, and this is a deck I built a good long time ago when it first came out in Layer of Destruction. Of course, everybody was on the old Lightsworn bandwagon. I was like, fuck that shit, too hipster for me. Let's go Arcana Force. Let's go Joey Wheeler.deck. Safe to say I didn't keep the deck more than about a month, but hey, it was so fun as hell if you got to go off. But it was pretty fun to have the mirror match, and I thought this was hilarious, the shenanigans that I actually pulled off in this deck are just quite hilarious. And we also had a mirror match Performer Pals. I decided to save the duels out of that because I figured that would make any Performer Pal player just cringe and go cry in a corner of how bad our builds were. Because I can say both our builds were pretty bad. Mine was probably the worst out of all of them. I don't know how the fuck to play that damn deck. But anyway, let's throw up the replay. So let's see, I'm on this. I got second coin, just got my Empress. I get heads, which is pretty awesome. And second coin, just add Lucky Chance, it's a really good card. He's got that, I'm gonna change my Lucky Chance here, and I'm gonna use my Empress effect, especially with my, the world, heads, and I'm gonna call heads on my, world, and I actually get the head, so I draw a free card. So I'm gonna go over the Arcana Force cards in case anybody is wondering what they actually do. I might actually revisit this deck, 'cause it's actually a pretty fun deck to actually play, see if I can actually get any actual wins off against random people. I'll probably work with it a little bit, but I actually have an extra deck in it. But anyway, for those who don't know what the cards do, Arcana Force 3, the Empress, and it's pretty much whenever these guys are summoned, they get an effect. When Empress is summoned, you flip a coin. If it's heads, each time your opponent normal summons or sets a monster, you can special summon one Arcana Force monster from your hand. This adds a lot of spam capability to the deck. And, normally, the best way this is going to work out is you're playing against things like Yosenju, which can normally summon Bufu a lot of times. But, and just get those free summons. But the sad part about Empress is if you get tails, each time your opponent normal summons or sets a monster, send one card from your hand to the graveyard. That'd be kind of cool against a Dark World. I think it's not discard my bat. Freaking Dark World out there. I got them mixed up. I'm tired. I'm sorry, but that's kind of the downside to Empress. Now the world, I'm sure everybody should know, but of course I'm going to go over its effect anyway. If you get heads during your end phase, you can send 2 monsters you control to the graveyard to skip your opponent's next turn. Really dirty ass play. And if you get tails during your opponent's draw phase, add the top card of the graveyard to their hand, which is not something you really want to be happening. Now, if you have second coin toss, it pretty much allows you to retoss a coin if you need to. So basically, if you get, let's say, tails on the world, you can just go ahead and retoss it and see if you get a heads. And then Lucky Chance, every time an effect requires only 1 coin toss is activated, if you go heads or tails, call it right, draw a card. So it was a nice little fun card, especially against the mirror match of Arcana Force. Just to get some nice pluses. And we had no extras because we wanted to have some straight Arcana Force fun. No extra decks, like nothing really superly overpowered. Just kind of see what we can actually do. So I'm going to take for on to Chariot's effect is going to snatch me. So Chariot's effect has, if you get heads, if this card is destroyed its opponent's monster by battle, you can special summon that monster to the field. And it's by battle. It doesn't have to go to grave. Just by battle, you get the monster. So it's sort of like Go to Guardian, but a little bit better because it doesn't have to go to graveyard. And if you get tails, the monster is now switched to your opponent's side of the field. So that's kind of a bummer there to pretty much give them a free monster. And the really cool part about the Arcana Force is the fact that attack and defense are the same. So you can either go offense or defense with them. So it's actually pretty nice. So we're going to snatch up. And he's going to get tails. I call the tails. He's going to get a double tails off of the second coin toss. So I get a free card off of my Lucky Chance. Now the scapegoats was something I was trying. I was really curious. I'm going to go in my... my lovers, he gets heads, I get heads, I'm gonna call it, he gets tails, he gets heads, I draw a card, it's a lot of things. Now, I get my Light Ruler and my Dark Ruler. Now, both these cards are really cool cards, in my opinion. Light Ruler just So awesome. And I use my my world's effect just to send them to the graveyard. And I'll go scapegoat here. Now, what I was trying to do is, I don't know why, it's been a while since I've played the deck, and I also apparently can't read. I was trying to pull a Plasma here by using Scapegoat and tripping them off for the either Dark Ruler or Light Ruler. But because I apparently can't read, and completely missed to the graveyard, I wasted my Scapegoats, which completely wasted time, and, well, that was my turn in a nutshell. But hey, I've got defense of the goats, but of course it was removed from the deck after that. What the hell? Court of Justice, what the fuck? I don't know. Anyway, so it sounds like Court of Justice, which I don't know what does this do? Once per turn, take a special 1 fairy type monster from your hand. You must control a face-up level 1 fairy type monster activating 12th effect. That's kinda cool, but fool. Summons over summoner and it's gonna beat my face in. No, my tokens! My tokens! They're making me misty. He says Scapegoat's in turn. I could say honest, but no point right now. He summons up his Arcana Force 3, and I'm gonna call it Tails. And guess what? He gets heads. So I don't get a drop. I'm really unfortunate there. So now every time a normal summoner summons a monster, he gets a free summon of a monster. Luckily, the Dark Ruler and Light Ruler can't be summoned by those type of means, so we couldn't summon anything off of Empress anyway. So you can call the Haunted, summon up his Chariot. Chariot effect activates. I'm gonna go change the MST on a second coin toss so he doesn't get a second chance. I call Tails, and he gets Tails. I get a free draw and get a free Chariot. He sacks off 3 for EX. I'm warning its ass, and let the fun begin, y'all. I'm gonna flip up the Honest, and I don't know why I did not summon the Light Ruler. I could have summoned Light Ruler right there. Don't ask me why I didn't. That was stupid of me to not do that. I really could have. But Light Ruler and Dark Ruler are just two amazingly good cards. So I'm gonna flip up the coin toss, go over Empress. Empress effect activates. I call heads, and I call heads. I get heads. I get a +2 off of that. That was awesome. We're gonna sack a bolt for the Light Ruler. Light Ruler's effect goes off, and I decided to go ahead and call heads and heads. I get heads. I get another +2 off of that, and I get my freaking Light Barrier. Which is freaking awesome. Now, Arcana Force EX Light Ruler effect activates when he has heads. When this card destroys an opponent's monster battle and sends it to the graveyard, you can target 1 card in your graveyard and add it to your hand. That is fucking nuts. And once you have Light Barrier effect, which is not too bad either. Which is when you summon a Arcana Force monster, choose which effect, it gets. Of course, I activated this before. I summoned my my Dark Ruler before I activated Light Barrier, but if an Arcana Force monster destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you gain life points equal to the destroyed monster's original attack, which is really cool. But Light Ruler is just so nuts, and its Tails effect is also really cool too. Even if you get Tails, it's not too bad because it becomes a Light and Darkness Dragon. So pretty much whenever either player during the turn when a spell, trap card, or monster effect that targets this card is activated, this card loses exactly 1,000 attack and you get the activation. Normally that wouldn't be the best thing in the world, but since this format is full of targeting traps, thanks to Burning Abyss, bringing about the Phoenix Wing and Blast, Wicked Breaks, and stuff like that, and they're becoming more popular in other decks, it's a really cool little effect to actually have. And I think I'll go over Dark Ruler real quick, which is really cool. Heads, he can make a second attack during each battle phase, but if it does, using this effect, change it to defense position, the end of the battle phase, its battle position cannot be changed until the end of your next turn. So it has like a Goblin attack force type effect there, but the fact that it can make it 2 attacks, no damage is half, and it's 4k attack, and 4k defense is also really cool, so that's a big bonus that it has. And if you get the Tails effect, if it leaves when it is destroyed, destroy all cards in the field. Not a bad effect, like and both of them don't have really any negativities to heads or tails, Of course, you want the heads effects 9 of the times, but the tails is, kind of a plus. And of course, you also know what Fool does. Fool is actually a pretty good card, but I kind of want to go over some of their effects since Arcana Force aren't really all that known for effects. But I guess Shenanigans effect, Summons a Piss, Emperor, I believe, no, he doesn't miss timing. I go Lucky Chance. I'm going to call it head, tails, and heads to make sure I guaranteed draw. If I called both heads, I would have got another 2 draws off there. But what Emperor does is, if you get heads, all Arcana Force monsters you control gain 500 attack. Really good thing, especially if you have like Light Ruler, Dark Ruler on the field. If you get Tails, though, they lose 500 attack, so that's a big negative there in one of these risky cards. MistvalleyMaster top deck, Arcana Force 1, the Magician. Pretty much heads, if when a spell card is activated, this card's attack becomes double its original attack to the end of the turn, so it'll become 2200 attack. And Tails, when a spell card is activated, your opponent gains 500 life points. So it's still a negative, but it's not a huge negative like Arcana Force, the Emperor, which like you lose attack instead of gaining attack, or like Empress, where you, instead of getting a free monster, you have to send a card from your hand to graveyard. So it's not a completely annoying thing, but I mean, he attacked the token. Like, you know, fuck it, attack all the scapegoats, and I got more scapegoats. I get another second coin toss. It's gonna light. It gets heads. Like, fuck yeah. Pretty much if you get tails, you don't really get that effect, and I'm gonna end him with an honest because Light Ruler is just that fucking OP. But that was a fun duel. I liked it a lot, and it just I really had a lot of fun with this deck. It brought back a lot of memories of playing Arcana Force, like back in Light of Destruction and stuff like that, and I kind of want to tinker with the deck again because it was kind of fun. I don't know. It was kind of like gambling. It's one of those decks, you know, you just kind of gamble on. It's like, this is kind of interesting. But I kind of want to work with it and make it more consistent and, you know, maybe see if I can make it a decent deck out of Arcana Force. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the Arcana Force fun duels. It was really fun. And yeah, I might go back to this deck. Cause, yeah, just playing this deck again against them kind of brought back memories of nice, good, fun times with this. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.